touchy leg. So we are done with the accounting treatment of accumulated profits and losses. Well, today we will be discussing a new topic, that is revaluation of assets and reassessment of liabilities. At the time of admission of a new partner, it is very important, very necessary to assess the proper value of various assets and liabilities of the firm. If assets are undervalued or overvalued, then they are revalued. In the same manner, a reassessment of the liabilities is also done, and they will be shown in the balance sheet at their correct value. At times, it is also possible that there are some unrecorded assets and liabilities of the firm. These unrecorded assets and liabilities should also be brought in the books of firm at their current value. For this purpose, the firm is required to prepare revaluation account. The gain on account of revaluation of each asset and liability is transferred to this account, revaluation account. And finally, the balance of revaluation account is transferred to all partners' capital account only in their old profit sharing ratio. Since a new partner doesn't want to suffer any loss on account of decrease in the value of assets and increase in its liabilities. At the same time, he should not get benefit on account of increase in the value of asset and decrease in its liabilities. That is the reason why gain or loss on account of revaluation of asset and liabilities is transferred to all partners' capital account only in their old profit sharing ratio. So revaluation account is credited with increase in the value of assets and decrease in its liabilities because it is a gain, and it is debited with decrease in the value of assets and increase in its liabilities because it is a loss. Similarly, unrecorded assets are credited and unrecorded liabilities are debited to the revaluation account. If final balance of revaluation account shows credit balance, it indicates profit. If there is a debit balance, then it indicates loss. So profit or loss should be transferred to profit or loss on account of revaluation of asset and liabilities should be transferred to all partners' capital account in their old profit sharing ratio. Okay, now let us understand what journal entries to be passed on revaluation of asset and liabilities. So the journal entries are for increase in the value of an asset. If the value of asset is increased, then the journal entry will be asset account DR to revaluation account. So here, why asset account is debited here? If asset increases, it should be debited. And why revaluation account is credited here? Because there is a profit on account of increase in the value of asset. If asset increases, there will be a profit. That is why revaluation account is credited here. And the second journal entry is for decrease in the value of an asset. If the value of asset is decreased, then the journal entry will be revaluation account DR to asset account. So here asset account is credited here because the value of asset is decreased. If asset decreases, it should be credited. while revaluation account is debited here because there is loss on account of decrease in the value of assets. If asset decreases, then there will be a loss, and therefore revaluation account is debited here. Increase in the value of a liability. So here, if value of liability is increased, then the journal entry will be revaluation account dr to liability account. Since liability increases here, therefore liability account should be credited. And why revaluation account is debited here? Because there is a loss on account of increase in the value of liability. If liability increases, there will be a loss. That is why revaluation account is debited here. Okay. Now the fourth journal entry is for decrease in the value of liability. If value of liability is decreased, then the journal entry will be liability account dr to revaluation account. So why liability account is debited here? Because the value of liability is decreased here. If liability decreases, it should be debited, and revaluation account is credited here because there is a profit on account of decrease in the value of liability. If liability decreases, there will be a profit. That is why revaluation account is credited here. And the fifth journal is for an unrecorded asset. Sometimes it may happen that there are some assets which were left out and remain unrecorded. So these assets should be brought in the books of firm. So the journal entry will be asset account dr to revaluation account. So if we record the unrecorded asset, then asset will be increased. If asset increases, then it should be debited. Whereas revaluation account is credited because there is a profit on account of increase in the value of asset. If asset increases, revaluation account should be credited. Is that clear for you? Okay. Now the sixth journal entry is for an unrecorded liability. So here the journal entry is revaluation account dr to liability account. If we record the unrecorded liability, then the liability will be increased. If liability increases, it should be credited. Whereas revaluation account is debited here because there is a loss on account of increase in the value of liability. Okay? Okay, now we'll do seventh journal entry for transfer of profit on revaluation. If credit balance. So here, if revaluation account shows credit balance, then it indicates profit, and that profit should be transferred to all partners' capital account in their all profit sharing ratio. If profit is transferred to all partners' capital account, then all partners' capital will be increased. So therefore, all partners' capital account will be credited. So the journal entry is revaluation account dear to old partners capital account. Okay, why all partners capital account is credited here? Because the profit of the firm is transferred to all partners capital account. Thereby their capital will be increased. If their capital increases, it should be their capital should be credited. So why revaluation account is debited here? If profit is transferred to all partners capital account, profit will be decreased. Therefore, revaluation account should be debited here. Okay. Now, last journal entry is for transfer of loss on revaluation if debit balance. If revaluation account shows debit balance, then it indicates loss, and that loss should be transferred to all partners capital account in their all profit sharing ratio. So the journal entry will be old partners capital account dear to revaluation account. So why all partners capital account are debited here? Because the loss on account of revaluation of asset and liabilities is transferred to all partners capital account. Thereby all partners capital account will be decreased. If their capital decrease, it should be debited. Since loss is being transferred to all partners capital account, so revaluation account should be credited. Is that clear for you? Okay. Now, these are the journal entries which is to be passed on revaluation of asset and liabilities. Okay, is that clear for you? Okay, now let us see how revaluation account is maintained. So this is the format of revaluation account. On credit side, okay, sorry. Okay, sorry. So this is the format of revaluation account. So on credit side, we have to record all the gain. On debit side, we have to record all the loss. So here on credit side, we have increase in the value of asset, decrease in the value of liabilities, and unrecorded assets. On debit side, we have decrease in the value of asset, increase in the value of liabilities, and unrecorded liabilities. Like I said before, revaluation account is credited with increase in the value of assets and decrease in its liabilities, and it is debited with decrease in the value of asset and increase in its liabilities. Similarly, unrecorded assets are credited and unrecorded liabilities are debited to revaluation account. So here, profit on revaluation and loss on revaluation is the final balance of revaluation account. We won't get both profit on revaluation and loss on revaluation simultaneously, I mean one at a time. Either we are going to get profit on revaluation or loss on revaluation. Okay, if revaluation account shows credit balance, then it indicates profit. Credit balance means if the total amount of credit side of revaluation account is greater than debit side, then there is a profit. If similarly, if revaluation account shows debit balance, then it indicates loss, and that loss will be transferred to all parties capital account in their own profit sharing ratio. Suppose say the total amount of credit side of revaluation account is, suppose say 10,000, and on debit side suppose say 7,000, which means here revaluation account shows credit balance, since the total amount of credit side of revaluation account is greater than debit side. So what is the difference amount? 3,000. So there is a profit of the balance figure is 3,000. So profit of this 3,000 should be transferred to all partners in their all profit sharing ratio. Is that clear for you? Similarly, if suppose say if revaluation account shows debit balance, then it indicates loss. Suppose say the total amount of debit side of revaluation account is 10,000 and the amount of credit side is 7,000. So here revaluation account shows revaluation account shows debit balance, since the total amount of debit side of revaluation account is greater than credit side. So what is the difference amount? The difference amount is 3,000. So 3,000 is loss on revaluation. So this loss will be transferred to whom? All partners capital account in their own profit sharing ratio. So this is how we maintain revaluation account. Is that clear for you? Okay, now we will solve some questions regarding the topic. Okay, first question. Okay, A and B are partners sharing profit in the ratio of 3:2. They admitted C as a new partner for 1/5 share, and extract of their balance sheet is given below. Extract of balance sheet. Furniture book value is 20,000. Book value of building is 40,000. Stock 50,000. Machinery 35,000. Creditors 30,000. Adjustment. The value of building is increased to rupees 60,000. Furniture is revalued at rupees 15,000. The stock is found overvalued by 5,000. Pass necessary journal entries and prepare revaluation account. So here we have to pass necessary journal entry on account of revaluation of asset and liabilities, and we have to prepare revaluation account also. So here information regarding machinery and creditors are not given in the adjustment. Here we find that information regarding machinery and creditors are not given in the adjustment. If they are not given in the adjustment, then we have to assume that there is no change in the value of machinery and creditors. If there is no change in the value of machinery and creditors, then no need to pass necessary journal entry, since they won't affect revaluation account. Okay, now look at adjustment number 1. The value of building is increased to 60,000, and what is a book value of building? The book value of building is 40,000. Okay, for revaluation account, we should take the difference amount. So what is the difference amount? Since value of building is increased to 60,000 from 40,000, so it has been, the value of building is increased by rupees 20,000. So 20,000 is the difference amount, since the value of building is increased by rupees 20,000. Now, what is the current value of building? So here the current value of building is rupees 60,000, since the value of building is increased to 60,000. So 60,000 is the current value of building. So current value of building rupees 6,000 will be shown in new balance sheet. Okay. So if value of building is increased to rupees 60,000, what will be the journal entry? The journal entry is building account DR to revaluation account. So why building account is debited and revaluation account is credited? Since building being an asset of the firm, if asset increases, it should be debited, whereas revaluation account is credited here because there is a profit on account of increase in the value of building. If asset increases, there will be a profit. That is why revaluation account is credited here. Okay. Now we'll do second adjustment. Furniture is revalued at rupees 50,000. So what is book value of furniture? So this is the current value of furniture, and what is the book value of furniture? Book value of furniture is 20,000. So what is the difference amount? Like I said before, for revaluation account, we should take a difference amount. For revaluation, we will take difference amount. So what is the difference amount? The difference amount is rupees. So here the current value of furniture is 15,000, whereas its book value is 20,000. It means the value of furniture is decreased by 5,000. Now tell me, what is the current value of furniture? The current value of furniture is rupees 15,000, which will be shown in the new balance sheet. If the value of furniture is decreased, then the journal entry will be revaluation account DR to furniture account. So why furniture account is credited here? Because the value of furniture is increased, and furniture being an asset of the firm, if asset decreases, it should be credited. That is why furniture account is credited. And why revaluation account is debited here? Because there is loss on account of decrease in the value of furniture. If asset decreases, there is a loss. Therefore, revaluation account is debited here. Okay. Now, the third journal entry is, third adjustment is, the stock is found overvalued by rupees 5,000, which means by mistake, the value of stock has been increased by rupees 5,000. Now, in order to rectify the error, we have to reduce the value of stock by rupees 5,000. If we decrease the value of stock by rupees 5,000, then what will happen? Then the value of stock will be decreased. Okay. So here, for revaluation account, we should take the difference amount. So here, the difference amount is rupees 5,000. Okay. So what is current value of stock? Current value of stock. So current value of stock should be shown on the asset side of the new balance sheet. So what is the current value of stock? Since stock is found overvalued by rupees 5,000, so by mistake it has been increased by 5,000. Now we have to decrease the value of stock by 5,000. So what is book value of stock? 50,000. Now we have to decrease the value of stock by 5,000. If we decrease the value of 5,000 from book value, so the current value will be 50,000 minus, we have to deduct 5,000. So how much we get? 45,000. This 45,000 will be shown in the new balance sheet. New balance sheet. Is that clear for you? Okay. So now the journal entry will be revaluation account DR to stock account. So why stock allowance is credited here? Because we have to decrease the value of stock by rupees 5,000. Okay. Okay, I forgot to write the amount. So here it is the value of the building is increased by 20,000. So here the value of furniture is decreased by how much? 5,000. So here again value of stock is reduced by rupees 5,000. Okay. Now on the basis of this journal entry, we need to prepare our revaluation account. Since revaluation account is ledger account, so normally ledger account is prepared on the basis of journal entry. Okay. Now we are going to prepare revaluation account. Revaluation account, DR, CR. Okay, since we have opened revaluation account, so here we have to look at revaluation account. Since revaluation account is credited, so here credit part will be posted on credit side, but in particular column we have to write other aspect. What is other aspect? The other aspect is building. So what is the amount of building here? 20,000. Particular amount. Okay. Now here again we have to look at revaluation account. Why so? Because we have opened revaluation account. So what is here? Revaluation account is debited. So debit part will be posted on debit side, but in particular column we have to write other aspect. What is other aspect of revaluation account? Furniture. So here we have to write furniture to furniture. So what is the value of furniture? 5,000. Again we have to look at revaluation account. So here revaluation account is debited. So debit part will be again it should be recorded on debit side of revaluation account, but in particular column we have to write other aspect. What is other aspect? To stock. So here revaluation account shows credit balance. Since the total amount of credit side of revaluation account is greater than debit side, so which indicates profit. If revaluation account shows credit balance, it indicates profit. So we have to do the total here. So what is the difference amount? Okay, the difference amount is 10,000. Here we have 10,000 on debit side, we have 10,000 on credit side, we have 20,000, and the difference amount is 10,000. So profit on revaluation is transferred to whom? Is capital account, sorry, A's capital account to B's capital account. So what is the balance figure? The difference amount is 10,000. So this 10,000 is profit on revaluation, since revaluation account shows credit balance. So profit, this 10,000 should be transferred to A's, should be transferred to all partners capital account in their all profit sharing ratio. So since all profit sharing ratio is 3:2, so A will get how much? 6,000, and B will get how much? 4,000. So this is how we maintain our revaluation account.